thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Plenty of experience. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
Now, here's Lillard. And it's McCollum at the elbow. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Over Beverley, and Lillard gets it to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here is Ibaka. Dishes it to Leonard. On the wing, George. Over McCollum. Beverley, the pass to Batum. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And, Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Now here's McCollum. Jones up top. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Lillard from outside. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Here now the Clippers. 4-point game. Here's Beverley. Over in the corner, Batum. Beverley finds Leonard. And here's Beverley. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Beverley.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Beverley against Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard attacking, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. The 3 from Leonard. Rebound by Nurkic. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum, no good. Inside, George. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverley has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. To the inside. A floater. Nurkic can't hit. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's George for 3. The Clippers rebound. Leonard kicks to Beverley. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. To the paint. Outside for Batum. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. It's stolen by Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard finds Ibaka. Shoots over Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. To end the cold streak, the rebound by Ibaka.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Beverly looking around. Batum passes to George. 6 to shoot. Ibaka with the ball. Now Covington defending. Batum with the 3. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 6 points.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Outside Covington. Lillard outside. Count the basket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Gets it off. And no good in the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Collins wide open. He fires. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Kanter. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Jackson. Here's Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 2. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And here are the Clippers now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Kennard, the pass to Zubats. And the shot goes in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Simons. The pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. Pass to Canner. Shoots over Zubats. It's hauled in by Zubats. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Zubats. Stolen away. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Jackson passes to Cousins. The three from Morris. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Collins kicks to Hollis Jefferson. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You know, his whole career from Syracuse to the NBA, Melo has always been dynamite in the mid-range.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Zubats. And here's Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Anthony right side. To the inside. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. George with the ball. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good act. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but... And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Ibaka. Good on the 13-footer. Ibaka's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Clippers.
Well, Serge Ibaka added this aspect to the game. Came in as a shot blocker, but worked so hard to become an offensive threat.
Lillard finds McCollum. Lillard against Leonard. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball. And the dunk by Batum.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Jones. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. McCollum against George.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now, here is George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Back to Lillard. Basket counts. Clippers trail by 3. George passes to Leonard. Ibaka right side. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. To the wing on the left. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Covington dishes to Jones. Covington passes to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Lillard from outside. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, George. Back to Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. Now the pass to George. No good. That would have tied it.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. McCollum outside. On the wing, Jones. 5 to shoot. And it goes down 2 points.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And it's sent back by George.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. McCollum outside. Nurkic trying to get open.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Leonard, no luck. Portland leading by 3. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Over Beverly. Again, McCollum missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, and Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Leonard looking around. Count that one.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
And here's Covington from the arc. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers lead by 1. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Collins, also Anthony out there. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in at the point. And yes, it's good. Simons has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Trailblazers.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Jackson passes to Morris. Now here's Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Anthony right side. Pass to Simons. He feeds it to Cantor. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Simons. Now Hollis Jefferson. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Zach Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
On the wing, Batum. Passes it to Mann.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Portland leading by 3. The drive by Anthony. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Anthony. 6 points for Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. From 13 feet, it goes down.
How about the experience that Ibaka brings? He's able to be comfortable in any situation.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Simons. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. And the shot goes down. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. A rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And Jones slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Kennard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Portland leading by 7. Lillard dishes to Powell. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Lillard. He kicks to Powell. Lillard against George. Tries again. Lillard left side. Puts up a 3. And it's Lillard again missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the Clippers miss again. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
From deep. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. To the middle. In the corner, Powell with it. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. George up top. He's guarded by Collins. And George with the stuff.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And Lillard throws it down.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Portland. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And George drops them both. From deep, Collins missed. And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And with
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Jackson in at point. Now here's DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. On up the court. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now here's Middleton. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks to Ibaka. Outside, Batum. Clock at 4. And George, here we go. And he lays it straight in.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. The pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And George kicks to Jackson. And George, here we go. Outside for Batum. Pass to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks it down to Middleton. He dishes it to Lopez. And he comes up with the deuce.
Lopez powering through that time.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, George. Ibaka right side. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. Launches the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. And now the Clippers on the break. George dishes to Ibaka. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Giannis passes to Middleton. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Holiday against Jackson. Outside for George. From 7, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 6.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Jackson looking around. And George, here we go. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Inside. The kick out to T. Over Beverly. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
So fun watching Patrick Beverly just...
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific...
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Mann in at the small forward spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Beverly looking around. Morris passes to Beverly. Great D that time from T. Bucks leading by 4. And Tucker kicks to Portis. Free throw line jump shot. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Zubac. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Passes to Portis. The dish now to Forbes. Portis against Zubac. Fade away. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Over in the corner, Beverly. He feeds it to Cousins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Teague feeling it out a bit. To the wing right side. The pass to Portis. He gets that one. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Outside Portis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
To the paint. The kick out to T. From outside, off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Over onto Kumbo. No good. Shot missing. And Milwaukee will come the other way. On the wing, DiVincenzo. To the inside. Lopez. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
That's why Middleton gets the respect from the teammates here. Adept at getting to the free throw line and attacking the inside.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Right side George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Holiday still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Dishes it to Lopez. Over Ibaka. Goes back up. No good on the layup. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough spots. And that's...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. If you look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
Our second half of basketball. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. Here's George outside for Batum. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 19-foot shot. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Middleton the pass to Holiday. Clippers leading by 9. Nobody near George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Lopez. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Baca against Middleton. Puts it up. And that one's drained from the low block. Middleton's got 6.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Baca against Portis. And that one is good. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverly beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
Back to Middleton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 8 points for Chris Middleton.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Teague, the pass to Forbes. It's stolen by Morris. Kennard on the wing. He has 5. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. The shot, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Portis can't get it to go. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's foul number 2 for him. Clippers leading by 13. Kennard on the wing. Kennard on the wing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
The shot's good from Forbes.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
In the corner, Kennard with it. That one wide left.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
A nice shot by Tucker.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. Second shot opportunity. There's Jackson with the 3. Can't hit that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Portis. And the dunk by Zubac.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
And Forbes kicks to Teague. Back to Forbes. It'll count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And here is DiVincenzo. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Leonard the pass to George. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Holiday against Kennard. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Leonard with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game. And now the Clippers on the break. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks trail by 15. Here's Middleton, and it's blocked. Here's Kennard. From deep 3-point range, Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
Kennard on the wing. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Middleton against George. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Giannis. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Kennard against Middleton. Let's go. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Kennard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
Kennard for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. And Giannis throws it down.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
It's a hand on it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And the Bucks with possession here. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
From deep, off the mark.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going on.
Well, the ceremony...
Thank you, D.A. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. On out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris. And at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 4 slot. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Harris. To the inside, Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
And what you like about Durant on this play, he's such a big target rolling off the screen.
Pass to Leonard. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Here's Irving. Paul George making his last shot. Harris passes to Jordan. Rebound by the Clippers.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
The shot's good from Kennard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Brown outside. On the wing, Irving. Defended by George. Here's Jordan. A second chance effort. And another shot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Jordan against Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Durant with the steal. Jordan kicks to Brown. Here's Irving, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here is George. That's a 2 from Kennard. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Irving with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Terrific body control from Kyrie and the showtime finish.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George looking around. Left side, Leonard. Back to George. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
And finished off by KD.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here is George. And it's George finishing it off.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
The Nets with the lead.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Harris. The three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And then there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Batum finds Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Beverly against Harden. Stolen by Harden. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Kicks it out to Harden. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Luwawu, the pass to Griffin. Missed inside.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Batum wide open. He fires. Misses the three. And stolen by Cousins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Strong move by Cousins. You see why he's been averaging 7 to 8 free throws a game over the past few seasons.
And he's good on the second. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets out in front, up by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the shooting guard. Here's Beverley. James Harden picking up that last basket. Jackson down low. Dinwiddie covering. And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Green dishes to Griffin. They kick it out to Green. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Harden with the stuff.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here is George. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Irving with a clean look. Durant kicks to Irving. Nets, the corner 3.
Timeout.
Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. So for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Morris subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Kennard. Outside, George, and stolen by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Jordan finds Harris. Off target from three-point range. George with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves, and we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Nets leading by 4. Harden with it. He's got 7. The pass to Griffin. Rebound by the Clippers. 1:15 left in the first half.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Dinwiddie passes to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Pass to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Griffin. Ibaka with some nice D. Stolen by Harden. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside, Green. And Green slams it in.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Ibaka.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to us. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. The Clippers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now here's Griffin, passes it to Harden. Back to Griffin. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Top of the key, Griffin. Paul George with the steal. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Back to Kennard. From the arc. The shot misses. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Harden the pass to Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Irving. Left side, KD. The 15-footer. The shot off that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Batum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Irving passes to Jordan. Kicks it to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. And the Nets miss again.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
I'll tell you, if you're not looking out, KD will send your shot back.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
George finds Ibaka. It's good. Ibaka's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can. Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. The Clippers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
A really good 2nd-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now here's Harden. 11 points in the game. And now the Clippers on the break. Outside for Batum. The rebound by Luwawu.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's George. He's got 11. That one goes in.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Harden. He's got 13. Clock at 6. Excellent D there from George.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Ibaka. He's out there with Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so they foul intentionally. Brooklyn trailing. Now, Dinwiddie. Outside, Green. To the paint. Here's Griffin. Sweet move. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Leonard attacking. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The Nets working the ball around now. Leonard against Dinwiddie. Green inside. It's good. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubats. And does. Cousins finds Morris. Keeps it alive. Cousins on the follow.
I mean, there's no question about it. When DeMarcus attacks the offensive boards, he gives the team a different attitude.
Here is Harden. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dinwiddie against Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harden. Griffin trying to get open, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Griffin.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Los Angeles calls timeout. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverley. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Good on. Boom, he jams it straight down.
A fantastic competitor. The bigger the moment, the more Kennard wants the ball.
High post, KD. Leonard's there. Shoots over Leonard. For 3, Harris. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. In the corner, it's Morris. Takes the 3. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Here's Durant. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. George with the bucket.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Nets trail by 4. Irving surveying the floor. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. Count it!
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Irving dishes to KD. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Leonard. Brown the pass to Jordan. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Irving. And now we've got the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. And a change for the Nets. James Harden. He's checked in for Brown. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Leonard against KD. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Morris. On the wing, George. Over Irving. Can't nail the jump. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The drama will Welcome to the NBA on May 8th.
Well, Kevin and...
Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Patrick Beverley. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Now, here is Ibaka. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
George against McCollum. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. And Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard surveying the D. Paul George with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Beverly to the inside. And there's the pass to George. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Beverly against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
And Beverly kicks to George. Batum against Covington. Back to Batum. Good D by Covington.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Now Beverly, pass to George from past the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And the dunk by Covington.
And Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Leonard. Yes, that goes in. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Leonard inside, working on Jones, and finished off by Leonard.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. Yep, it counts. And it's all knotted up.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Beverly. And here is Ibaka. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Batum. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Ibaka, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Covington finds McCollum. And he banks in the layup.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Outside Leonard. Here's Ibaka. Another one falls for the Clippers.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
When Damian Lillard's in...
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Norman Powell, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Portland leading. Passes it to Simons. Dishes to Cantor. And the layup is good.
This is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Cantor feasting inside.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Kennard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Simons the pass to Pop. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. There's the pass to Simons. Cantor inside. He's guarded by Cousins.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Morris. Jackson finds Morris. Back to Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Portland grabs the miss. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. There's Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Cantor, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Pass to Kennard from downtown. The rebound by Simons. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Anthony gets it to go.
Carmelo with a bit of a dribbling exhibition there, running some circles around the D. It's nice work.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. The 9-foot shot rebounded by Anthony. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Morris outside. Kennard on the wing. Off target with the open look.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The putback. It's good on the putback. Simons has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Anthony on the double team. Zubac the pass to Kennard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Powell. Kept alive. Out to Anthony. Tries again. Good. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. He feeds it to Cantor. Shoots over Cousins. Cantor's shot is off. Clippers trail by 4. Morris finds Jackson. Morris passes to Kennard. But they recover it. But Trey gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Simons surveying the D. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, and that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Just 3 to shoot. The 3 from McCollum.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. The dish to George. Batum passes to Ibaka. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Covington. McCollum up top. It's tipped. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Goes up. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside Leonard. He dishes it to Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Lillard. And Nurkic gets it to go.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
McCollum against George. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the pass to Beverly. The feed to Ibaka. George trying to break free. Ibaka, no luck. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Anthony kicks to Powell. Outside, Jones. Pass to Anthony. Jones dishes to Powell. Over Kennard. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. Pass to Kennard. Back to Cousins. Now here's Kennard. Shoots over Powell. Kennard's shot is off. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Powell against Kennard. Back to Powell. Feeds it to Cantor. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Here's Morris. Zubac the pass to Morris. So they take the lead. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's Simon. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Clippers on top, leading by just 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Ande Hollis Jefferson out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. Outside Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lillard. Count it. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Well, powering through on the dribble drive, Lillard has the body control to take that hit and still score the basketball.
Outside, George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. A miss that time would have put him up. The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Count it, good. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Hollis Jefferson finds McCollum. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Out to Anthony. Shoots it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's McCollum for 3. That one misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Morris. Inside. It's stolen by Anthony. Out to the wing. Back to Cantor to stop the run. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Everly with the ball. And there's the pass to George. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Anthony kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Out to Anthony. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. McCollum in the corner. Cantor dishes to Anthony. Portland no good that time either.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
1:24 left to play here in the fourth. Beverly the pass to George. The three. They get it back. Back to Beverly. Three-pointer. That shot no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. A three from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A three from Morris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Zubats in the post. Anthony on him. No good from Zubats. And here's Portland. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And then George with the jam.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports. DA,
hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Zubac finds George. Back to Zubac. Now George. 4 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. Tries from the block and scoring with the play inside is Leonard.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Lopez outside. Stolen by George. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Now the Bucks moving it up. George with the ball. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pass to Leonard. Outside for George. Beverley against Holiday. Beverley the pass to Zubac. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's Los Angeles. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Back to Beverly. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Lopez. Giannis inside. Leonard's there. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Now, here is George. Here's Zubats. Another shot, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
So not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Teague against Jackson. Portis kicks it to Tucker. Back to Portis. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 13-3 run. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Cousins. The pass to Kennard. Stolen by Tucker. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Teague can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bucks trail by 10. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Yeah, the speed of Teague on the drive could not be stopped or contained. He finished off that play with some real power.
And here's Jackson. Kennard for 3. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Pass to Morrow. Teague against Batum. Teague can't hit.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Passes to Kennard. Takes a 3. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Nwora. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down low. The Bucks working the ball around. Left side, Portis. That shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Now, here is George. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Up and in on the layup. Beverly's got his second bucket of the night.
And Beverly is a menace inside. I mean, incredibly crafty at finding ways to score down there.
Giannis outside. Pass to Middleton. Back to Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Now, here is George. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop for the finish. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 5. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to George. Trains it from 9 feet away.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton for 3, and again, Milwaukee with the triple.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Leonard. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's George. 8 points for him. Leonard kicks to George. He feeds it to Ibaka. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the first half is now in the books. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. A smoldering performance.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Zubats in at the 5. roaming the paint.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Shoots over Zubac. Second chance shot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Portis.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here's Batum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, and the shot goes in.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's Teague, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Count that one.
Tell you what, guys, you've just got to give Teague a lot of credit for his focus. Very poised under pressure.
Now Jackson. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Portis throws it down.
Terrific awareness from the savvy point guard. Jeff Teague is excellent at getting the ball to the open man.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Stolen by Tucker. And here we go. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 4. And again, the Bucks miss. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morris, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Zubac, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 5. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass break, Milwaukee. Holiday is running. From down in the low post, it goes. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Stolen by Jackson. Lopez with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. Holiday finds Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss. The Clippers in the lead. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Leonard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Los Angeles shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Leonard against Giannis. Count that bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Leonard.
Oh, great goodness! That was special.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Teague. PJ Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Jackson passes to Kennard. Clock at 6. Here's Ibaka, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Clippers lead by 7. Ibaka's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. The pass to Portis. Here's Tucker. Pass to Connaughton. Teague left side. Portis in the post. Ibaka on him. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for PJ Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Beverly finds Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Giannis with it. Feeds to Lopez. Leonard against Giannis. The 11-footer off the left rim and out.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. A 3 from Leonard. Milwaukee with the rebound. And it's the Bucks on the break. From the corner. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
George from deep three-point land. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Middleton right side. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And what a struggle it has been, yet to convert a single shot from the field.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
All free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
Passes it to Connaughton. Back to Giannis. Pass to Connaughton. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard dishes to George. Leonard kicks to Morris. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Kennard against Howard. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks trail by 5. Middleton for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Patience is a virtue. And Chris Middleton, virtuous.
George passes to Leonard. Money!
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
56 seconds left in the fourth. George against Holiday. Double team on Holiday. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Offensive rebound. To the middle. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Left side Leonard. The rebound by the Bucks. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 2. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That is what you take.
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough...
And it's all knotted up.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Los Angeles calls timeout. The score knotted at 44. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Beverly. Count it!
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
Middleton for 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. GA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Morris in at the three. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Irving in at the point guard. Now here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Brown outside. Back to Irving. Baseline try. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
On the wing, Harris. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. 4-point game. And it's Brown missing. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's George. Rebounded by the Nets. Brown with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
They finally hit one after missing 3 straight.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And here's Beverley. Now the pass to Ibaka. He kicks it to Beverley. Passes it to George. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. Leonard trying to break free. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Now here is Irving. The three. Jordan trying to free himself up. It's hauled in by George.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's Ibaka. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. Outside Irving. Jordan kicks to Harris. For the 3. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
George dishes to Beverley. The feed now to Ibaka. Over Jordan. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Brooklyn's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's Durant with the drive. Offensive rebound. Launches a 3. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Here's Beverley. Outside for George. Durant with the steal. In the corner, Irving with it. KD passes to Irving. Pass to Jordan. It's stolen by Ibaka. And George, here we go. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving from long range. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing DeAndre excels in is finishing putback dunks with some real style.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Harden. Griffin trying to get open. Harden gets the bucket.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
George with the ball. To halt the run, he lays it in.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harden. Pass to Luau. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie against Jackson. Back to Green. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
On the wing, George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 6.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 1. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Batum is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
The shot's good.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Nets trail by 4. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. And that one, good. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points of the night.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Jackson passes to George. Kicks it to Patterson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. He's got the ball.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's George. 6 points for him. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 5.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now Dinwiddie, the pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie.
The anticipation of Kyrie steals it away, kicks off the fast break.
Stolen by Durant. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And it's Harden slamming it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 on the clock. Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
The Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. For Los Angeles, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
On the wing, Irving. No problems knocking that one down. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Beverly looking around. Passes it to Kennard. Dishes it to Leonard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Durant against Leonard. Now here's Durant. Defense right on him. Clock at 4. Here's Irving, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 8 points.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And that'll do.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes
through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Jordan dishes to Harris. This one for 3. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
That one drops for him. 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Irving looking over the floor. Stolen by Beverley. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. The Nets with the lead. Here's Durant. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. KD's got his second basket of the night.
That's why Durant's one of the best scorers in the game. I don't know how the defense stops that.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Beverley against Irving. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverley. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. And here is Irving. 8 points for him. Left side, Jordan. Up top, Durant. He's covered by Leonard. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And George with the stuff.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Irving passes to Jordan. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Beverley. Durant. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The 3 from George. Here's Leonard outside. George. And here's Morris for 3. Sinks the triple. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the paint. Here's Durant. Again, Durant missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Cousins. Makes it off the glass. Cousins has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Irving finds Jordan. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Leonard missing. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
And George, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Brown feeling out a bit. Irving with a clean look, and he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 13.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Outside Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the small forward. Pass to Dinwiddie. Inside. Here's Green. It counts. And the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Here's Harden. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. It's deflected, but they get it back. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's George missing, and he commits the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Harden dishes to Irving. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Harden. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. Here's Ibaka. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Clippers call time here. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Nets trail by 5. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Chalk up 2 there.
Kyrie sprung free on that pick and roll. Trying to stick with him is easier said than done.
George looking over the floor. The dish to Ibaka. Pulls it up. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
Harden against George. Tries it from 9. Jordan trying to free himself up. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers leading by 5. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
George finds Leonard. 1:37 left in the game. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Takes the 13-footer and too long on the shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And here's Morris for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. Leonard. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Here's George. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. There's the lob to Harden. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Morris passes to Ibaka. Outside for George. From deep 3-point range. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Beverly finds George from deep. And it's George again missing. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. Can't connect. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish it. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.